Which ones do we get with it? We got Kodiak, KC, KJ. Right, so let's just make sure that I'm streaming. Let's check that. Yep, perfect. So we've done that. Cool. Let's go to Kodiak, shall we? And we're going to do the helicopter MH60. Now, naturally, there's only one skin that I'm going to use. So this skin here is. So I sometimes use the Coast Guard one. And this is the fictional 771 version. Now, 771 version. 771 Squadron is the. Where is it? Don't tell me they've taken it off. Please don't tell me they've taken it off. So this is the UK fictional version. Come on, they have not taken it off. Utility variant, let's try this. Let's see if it's on here. I think it might be on here. There we go, yeah, it's on this one. Is it on here? No. Oh, come on. Royal Thai Navy. Let's have a look. So it's not on there. Where is it? If I use it on this version. There we go. So this is the squadron I used to work. By far the best time I've had at work. Absolutely love this squadron. Obviously it was a Sea King that I worked on as opposed to a Black Hawk, but we'll use this one. And we'll go from Kodiak. Actually, I tell you what, let's go from where 771 used to be. EGDR. Oh god, come on. I hate this sim. Right, let's find it ourselves, shall we? And we'll go from over here in Cornwall. So this is where I'm from. I live in this region here. I won't say exactly where, but this is the site renowned for 771 Squadron. So 771 Squadron operated on this dispersal here, with this being its hangar. So we will park nearest place to the runway right here. And we'll load in. Right, let's have a look at the comments. 165 knots, 800 foot over auto England autopilot, stunning views. We don't need autopilot. We don't need autopilot. Cool. Didn't Prince William fly the Sea King? I'm sure the exact aircraft he flew is at the Royal Air Force Museum in London. Yes, so Prince William, when they were training for SAR, he came down to Culdrose and he was schooled at Culdrose in the Sea King. So he flew the RAF versions, their search and rescue aircraft. But they had to do a course at Culdrose. So yeah, it wasn't documented very well at the time, naturally, because of the security involved, but then it was quite well documented after. But yeah, he came down there. Get rid of all the blanks. Now, I'd much rather of them put this skin on the Sea King variant. I mean, this is another thing about Miltech. That does not look like a FLIR camera. Now, I can't gob off too much about Miltech because they didn't like me the last time I did that. Okay, everything's looking good here pretty much. There's the 3 bumblebees of 771. And again, it's just the graphics are a little bit dodge. Yeah. So it's one thing I am looking forward to on here is if they did bring out a Sea King. There was one that was made by, I can't remember, on FSX that was it was okay. But I'd also quite like to see them bring out the Merlin. So Flight Simulator X had one. It's a default one. It weren't that great. But the EH101, Leonardo's Merlin helicopter, I'd like to see that because we use it, as in the British, the Canadians use it, the Norwegians use it, and I can't remember who else. Cool. Right. Let's get in here, and we'll get in. Cool. Now you can set the variant we want, so we'll do that in just a second. Now I've not started this up for quite a while. I've not flown it, so I'm going to try and do it from memory. I'm not going to do it in accordance with the procedure because that'll take too long. I've only got 10-15 minutes. So coming down here, let's go. Do you know if fly is totally manual? Also, yes, I'd love that. Yeah, so yeah, I don't tend to use the autopilot. I think I tried it in the review, but I haven't used the autopilot on this. So let's go. Battery on. Get external power. And we'll check the APU. Make sure that comes up. Hopefully APU will come online. Showing us on. Okay. Fire test. Fire test. Perfect. S3 test A. Test B. Cool. Okay. Let's go to. We'll do a couple of little bits while we're doing it. So formation lights. We'll get them on. Inspection lights, no. Glacial lights, no. Position lights, we'll go for steady bright. So you only do flashing at night. So very easy way to remember it is steady dim, the aircrew are in. Steady bright, ready to light. Flash in dim, ready to spin. Flash in bright, ready for flight. So go for both on this one. And we'll go day mode. Perfect. Camera down off, rotor headlight off, cargo hook light. Nav is normal, hopefully. Doesn't work. Cabin dome light, yeah, cool. Hydraulic lock, leak test, control searchlight, leave that off, landing gear. Perfect, right. Fuel selector, turn that to on. And that on to on. Make sure these are off. And we'll put those in ground idle. Sorry, in the off position, which they are. We'll go APU controller to on. There we go. I'll set the fuel pump to APU boost. And we'll turn off the external power once that's on and ready to go. Engine source is going to be APU. APU is online, so let's take off the external power. Okay. There we go. Usually I'd follow the checklist for this. I'm just doing it all from memory, so I'm probably not going to get it right. Cool. Okay, middle console. Let's come down. First, let's turn these screens on. That would help. I think the last time it took me about 20 minutes to set this up. But yeah, so don't judge me for not following the procedure. Haven't got the time, so I'm just going to do a very quick one, which is basically a panel scan. Okay, coming down here. Let's do that. Leave those off for a minute. Leave those off for a minute. AFCS will leave those off for a minute. Auto control to on for the stabilator. Back of high pump. Off gust lock off. Tail servo to normal. Fuel test. I'm supposed to be checking that now, but I'm not going to. That's fine. That's fine. Controller. Computer power. Turn those onto primary. That. And that. Mission power. Blade fold. Master on. Check to make sure it's spread, which it is. Perfect. Turn that back off. Blade de-ice power. Don't need that. Got it on. HF. Turn that on there. Mode unavailable. Brilliant. Got anything? There you go. That'll do it. Not going to use it though, so it's fine. Okay, fuel management. On. No, primary. Inboard pumps. Transfer switch. Fuel dump. Auxiliary switch. Pre-check switch. On. Cool. Perfect. Good. Right, okay, let's start some engines now. Parking brakes on. That's all good. Collective is down. Cool. No, it's fine. Like I said, I haven't used this for quite a while, so it's good. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, auto flight, no, but we will have SAS on. And trim on. Cool. Not that I can use the trim because I don't think the thing's set up for it. Okay, happy with that. We'll go engine number 1 start. Very quickly check APU bleed and APU pump. Cool. Now, I think this is where I had issues with it before, where it wouldn't start. No, so what am I forgetting? As you're supposed to, just click the button, hold the button, and it's supposed to do it. So let's come back up there. Oh, hang on, there's a starter switch. There's a starter switch. See if I can remember where it is. Engine ignition, there it is on you, I forgot it. There we go. So, engine number 1. There we go. Into ground idle. Again, that's unrealistic. That brake is off. Get that running up. Good evening, how are you? There we go, rotor speed's coming up. Okay, happy with that, let's get that into flight. Good, I'm glad to hear it. Oh, knew I'd gone the wrong way. There we go. Okay, number 1 generator is now online. Turn that on. We'll leave the APU on, but we'll select engine source and fuel prime now. We'll leave the APU on just for a minute. We'll start number 2 engine. Go. Number 2's coming up, and we're going to do the 1 and 2 test in just a second. There we go, NG's rising. There we go, that's good. Okay, and we'll get that forward as well. Perfect. Okay, while that's just starting up, what we can do is we can convert this to the SAR cabin, and we'll go SAR cabin, door, we'll open the hook door. Right main door. Weapons, we don't need that. Load, don't need that. Don't need any of that. Cool. So RPM's coming up. Getting there, 85% NR. Is it 92 or 93? 94. There we go. Perfect. Okay, number 2 generator to come online. APU off. Number 2 generator on. APU off. Off. Perfect. APU's off. Cool. FCS on. Booster pumps on. Pitot heat will turn. We'll keep that off. We don't need that. And we'll turn that off. And that off. Pitot heat. We'll better turn it on to make for that. Cool. Ideal. Right, we are ready to go. Let's go and have a little buzz around Cornwall, shall we? So, I'll have to see if this is set up for helicopter. So let's currently get the winds here, please. I think we're on 2.9. Let's have a look. EGDR. Info. And we'll go for info. Oh, wrong one. Weather. 7 knots from 330. And if we look there, we'll use 2.9. Perfect. Now, because we're here, we're going to taxi onto this taxiway, and then we can literally just turn left and go. And we'll do a running taxi today as well. Okay, park and brake. That's off. Oh, I need to plug in my HOTUS. I'm hoping this has stored my controller settings. There we are. Cool, and we're in. So, park and brake off. There we go. Let's go up. Go for a little taxi. I'm not going to bother air traffic control. Here, and then we'll depart. I think the next helicopter I'm going to review is going to be the Miltech Chinook. So Chinook is probably, other than the Sea King, is probably one of my favourite aircraft. This is my current favourite aircraft on this sim. So I am going to try the Chinook. Now I've got high hopes for Miltech with the Chinook because they've done this very well. So I hope it's good. I do find the original Chinook on here is okay. Okay, we'll slow down before we turn. There we go. Okay, here we are. Running takeoff. Aligned, that'd be nice. There we are. And we'll head out over the Cornish coast and we'll head down to Penzance, I think. Getting some speed up, get 25-30 knots. And here we are. Depart there. Once we're ready, there we go, perfect. And nose up. There we go. Oh, who's that buzzing around? There you are, hello Pac-Man. Someone's watching themselves fly around on the stream. Oh, I just hit the wake. Okay, and this is where we're going to head up. We're going to head over to Penzance. No, it's fine. That's cool. It's nice having someone to fly with. Usually I fly around with Andy. We don't usually stream it that much though, because he's very much new to flying, so it ends up turning into an instructional videos all the time. Got a little bit of weight here, a little bit of wind. Okay, all engine parameters are good, which is fine. Ideal. Now we'll head over the coast and the sea. Where have you gone? So like, where are you? You're more than welcome to join me. There you are. So again, I've got no problem with people watching the stream. No problem at all. People jumping in here and flying with me. Especially when you're in the Black Hawk as well. Although I think you're heading into the sea there. Have a look. There you go. That to save it. So come over here now. Lovely coastal walk. This is the Penrose Walk along these cliffs, and we're going to head past Porthleven. The graphics aren't catching up very well here. Look, the cliffs are growing. Flown this leg many times around to St Michael's Mount. Again, the graphics aren't loading up very well here. And just around here you've got Porthleven and Low Bar. That's Low Bar just there. Quite a dangerous beach that. You're not allowed to swim on it because you get into it, it gets very deep very quickly and it takes you out. And then this point around here is Porthleven. So Porthleven, whenever you see any stormy photos of Cornwall, it's usually Porthleven, a harbour village down on the south coast. So we'll head around here. This is Low Bar. This village here we're about to cross is Porthleven, and then you've got St Michael's Mount, which is this bit here. Not very well set in here. However, if anyone's a fan of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, they done some filming at St Michael's Mount, where Viserys he was in a horse and cart and he went over the. There's basically, when the tide's out, there's a slipway just here. And he was carted out there. There's Mr. Pac-Man. And we're going to have a look at the approach into Penzance Heliport. Now I've not hovered this for a while and I've got all my assists off, so I'm probably going to spoof it. But we'll approach from the north. I'm very conscious of the time. I've got work in the morning, so it will be a very short flight, this one. But if you are interested in doing helicopter flights, just give me a shout and we can do some. Okay, you're going to start slowing down. There's a heliport right in front of us, look. Just get myself set up nicely. I like to be above the seat a little bit. There we are. So I'm trialing VR this weekend as well. So Andy's got VR and uses it quite a lot. I've not yet got it, but I'm going to go and get it this weekend. Trial it. Right, we'll keep speed up for a minute. So here's St Michael's Mount. So again, this one that was in House of Dragon and Game of Thrones, and when the tide's out there is a path that you can walk from this beach here on the right all the way to that harbour. It's a National Trust place now. Beautiful, beautiful place. But this is Marazai in this area here. I've slowed right down here, so let's get my nose down. Get some power on the speed back up. There we are. And we're going to come over Marazai here and into Penzance Heliport, which is one of the air wings to the Isles of Scilly, which are a group of islands down to the southwest. Again, another beautiful part of Cornwall. Right, we'll slow down and we'll decrease our height. Only slowly, there we go. Keep that speed there as we come down. I have flown this on VR, and I find it so much easier to fly the helicopters on VR because you actually get a bit of perspective. So like here, I couldn't notice then that I was descending a little bit, but in VR you definitely can. There he is, look. Showing off with his hovering skills. Okay, over the railway line. You can just see now where we're coming into. Again, this is a real world route, although they fly from the Isles of Scilly to here. Coming behind. There's a Sainsbury's and a Costa Coffee just next to it, and a KFC and a Halfords, I think. Got to watch that vortex ring as we come down. Too much, there we go. We're coming over, we're coming low, and then we'll edge it in. But not descending more than 1,000 foot per minute because it doesn't like it. As we're coming over these trees. Nice and slowly. A little bit of ground effect there, a little bit of turbulence. And we'll get ourselves in nicely here at Penzance Heliport. Turning into wind now. Very perfect. We'll douche it onto the floor here. Nope, there we go, a little bit too sensitive on the controls, but we're down. There we are. There's the other helicopter. There was definitely another helicopter here a second ago. Oh, didn't put the brakes on. Let's come back into that. There we go. So what we'll do a quick beach landing as well. Let's get into the hover. Surprisingly, even without all the assists on, so all my assists are off, it is quite good at hovering this. It's quite easy to do it. Hello. Oh, we're dancing now. There we go, we've got a friend. Right, let's get out of here. We'll turn out. It's almost like I've done that before. Now we'll head down here. And we'll land on this beach. Well, not this beach, there's a swimming pool down here. We'll land over here. And then that is it. Graphics aren't picking up very well because this looks nothing like Penzance. I'll park in this car park here, so this is the main car park in Penzance. We're going to park here. I'll turn in here. You've got Sports Direct if you ever want one of your big mugs. Oh, that's a little bit sensitive. And we'll go in here. We'll park next to this red car. You see how little movements these are. I let my son play this earlier on and he crashed it. Very, very big movements. There's no need. A helicopter is all about those tiny movements. 30 seconds in a plane. Tiny, tiny movements. There we go. Settle that nicely. There we are. And down. Right, that is it for this evening. So nice little casual flight after the review of the. Oh, there we go. No pressure. Everyone's watching you. Caught it. You caught it. Get on. That's good. Good stuff. Well done. Right, let's get those up. There we go. We'll shut these down. Not going to start the APU, we'll just shut it straight off. Oh, off. I'll get that road brake on. Doing it way too early, but there we go. Bring those rotors down. You're more than welcome. Thank you for coming onto the stream. I do appreciate it. We are slowly starting to get more people come on, which is nice. I've definitely increased the followers over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, I haven't got that many, but I've got a few that come on quite regularly, which is really nice. Right, perfect. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. Have a great day tomorrow. And hopefully we'll speak to you soon. In the meantime, take care and enjoy your flying.